What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the North Texas Dynasty on College Football 26. It's head coach Dave, and welcome to SEC Championship number 2. Here in year 7, we have an opportunity to defend our SEC title, and this may have serious playoff implications with us and Georgia. This is a team that we have never beaten in this dynasty. They beat us this regular season. They also beat us in the year 1 playoffs on the Final Four, in the semifinals to go to the Natty in year 1. We've only been to that spot once more where we lost to Ohio State, and that's the best we've ever done. We are the number 12 team in the country. Georgia is number 10. They were number 1, undefeated for a while, but they have had some losses here down the stretch. Looking at the SEC final standings, we had 4 6-2 teams, a 4-way tie. Florida gets bumped out as well as LSU. I don't know why us and Georgia are the 2 teams playing for the championship, but we are the 2 highest ranked teams, so I'm not complaining about it. I think it's a pretty solid tiebreaker. Pretty down year for Tennessee, Alabama 4-4, Texas 4-4, Oklahoma was up there for a while, so that's just your current look at the SEC this season. And looking at your Heisman candidates, I noticed Kerry Miranda was our 3rd string quarterback last year. Good to see him succeeding for Ohio State. I wish he had a future with us. That's crazy. But Vernon Pitts is a receiver for Georgia in that Heisman conversation we got to keep an eye out for. Here is your top 25. Oregon, Ohio State, Maryland out of the Pac-12. Oklahoma State's pretty high up. Miami, Tulane is really high. They beat us week 1. Pitt, Nebraska, that's your top 8 right there. And here are your conference championships. Memphis and Tulane in our former conference, the American Conference. We've got Pitt and Clemson taking on each other in the ACC Championship. Pitt looking like a playoff team this year. OSU and Arizona State, our other conference in the Big 12. Oregon, Ohio State 1 versus 2 should be cinema. In the Big 10, you've got Conference USA. It's going to be Rice versus Jacksonville State, Central Michigan and UMass in the MACtion. You got San Jose State and San Diego State in the Mountain West. Your former new Pac-12, Maryland and Oregon State. Us versus Georgia, North Texas and Georgia for the SEC Championship. And rounding out the Sun Belt, we got Georgia Southern at a ranked Texas State, another former Texas school. Here we go with the stats on the year. 29 tuds and 13 picks. Much improved for Isaiah Irwin from last season. Johnny the Butcher with 7 touchdowns. Sano Timon Liu with 7 touchdowns as well. Almost a 1,000-yard year for the Butcher. And 10 touchdowns for quarterback Isaiah Irwin. Really getting it going in the scrambling game. You love to see that. Receiving-wise, it's going to be Jimmy Lang leading us in touchdowns. Almost 1,000 yards. Lionel Lyles really got it going the second half of the year. Shakir Capps had back-to-back touchdowns to win us the game last week. That pretty much saved our season against Texas. And then we spread the ball out a lot. Matthew Spears got 3 touchdowns for our wide receiver 5. And that just shows how much our backups got to play because of blowouts, because you got touchdowns to go all around. Nate Bynum, the senior, is going to lead us in tackles. Josh Sly, the freshman, number 2 in that category. Tackles for loss, Hugh Williams, probably our best defensive player, our most impactful at least. He finished with 8.5 sacks, 9 sacks for Danny Kiernan. I did not expect that. Catanzaro with 4, Jaquez Hagans with 5.5, and then interceptions is going to go to Tavares Riddick. This is the one category, well, I'm not going to lie, a lot of people with 1. We're just spread out everywhere. We don't necessarily have a single ball hawk, but everyone getting involved. I'm okay with that. Pretty cool stats to end off year number 7. Here we go. This is personal. We've never beaten Georgia in this dynasty before. We have seen them in the playoffs multiple times. We have not beaten them. This is our SEC championship. We did not lose a Big 12 championship. We did lose one of our American championships. I want to be back-to-back SEC champions, and it starts today in the Titans Nissan Stadium. Johnny the Butcher up the gut. Get us going! Set the tone early. We're number 12, so if we lose this, there's no guarantee. We might get booted out of the CFP. So I'm treating this like a playoff game, just like I did last week against Texas. Johnny the Butcher already 27 yards off 2 rushes. Maybe we attack with the rushing today. 3rd and 1. Feeling a little aggressive here. Isaiah Irwin from the shotgun. Wide open is Andrew Espinza, who is proving very formidable as our new starting tight end. 1st and 10. This offense has been in a groove recently, just in time for the playoffs, just in time to hopefully get our first dub against Georgia on a neutral site. That's going to be Irwin scrambling. Out! He got jumped! What a terrible read trying to hit Caps on the drag, but he threw it straight to a red jersey. Irwin has been much better about not throwing picks for his senior year, but that one was bad. That was a rough one, and Georgia now has a ton of momentum in our territory for a defense that has played really well this season. But Georgia's just like that, man. We got to come ready to play. 1st and 10. We're going man from the shotgun. First play of the day is going to go over the middle. That is complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 8 right there. 3rd and 2. The defense would do their job, getting them to a 3rd and short. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's going to be a wide receiver screen. Easily converted right there. They're in the red zone. 2nd and 5. Trying to play damage control with this defense. We were down 27-10 last week against Texas, and we still won. We can handle going down 7-0. Juke move! Touchdown Bulldogs. Diane Hussein gets his first throwing touchdown of the day. That's totally not his name. I have no idea. Irwin trying to respond. We're going back to the drag. There's Jimmy Lang. Spun the wrong way, but he had a massive impact last week. That'll be his 2nd catch on the day. It'll be 2nd and 10 right here. Still early in this game. Over the middle. It's going to be Lang dropping it. 3rd and long. Relying on Isaiah Irwin again. Trying to get the butcher going, but they're ready for him. Over the middle. It's going to be Lyles. Juke move. Plenty short. 4th and 3. It's the SEC Championship. We're going for it. We can get 3 yards. I believe in that all day. From the shotgun, Irwin takes the snap, gonna strike it to Jimmy Lang, who hangs on. Big aggressive shot pays off for the Mean Green. 1st and 10, standing on the SEC logo now. Irwin drops back. He's gonna try and outrun the defender. He will. Irwin's gonna turn the corner. Irwin showing off the mobility. He'll get taken out of bounds at the 20. Nice productive play right there from number 7. From the shotgun, pitching it over to the Butcher. Johnny the Butcher is going to have an easy walk-in touchdown, and this game is tied up just like that. We aren't rolling over today, and we're certainly not getting blown out in SEC Championship number 2. 7's on the board. 1:10 left in this first quarter, sending everything we got. Nice blitz. Didn't get the pressure in time. That's going to be a 1st down. Good defense, just not able to jar the hit loose. We're still going aggressive here. Going to try and generate some more sacks. Here we go from the shotgun. He's taken down. Speak of the devil, Hugh Williams is here. Hugh Williams has arrived. And I didn't do captains in this series, but Hugh Williams would have been a captain. I'll just tell you that. He is easily our most impactful defensive player. Screen out of the backfield, taken down. Tried to do some BS right there. It's a gain of 12 as we end the first quarter, going into a 3rd and 5. Could be better. Could be worse. We did receive to start the game, but they have -7 rushing yards, and I'm okay with that. I think that's just off of the sack. But they are going to receive to start the next half. We got to do some damage control here on defense. Started the second quarter, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun. Winner will go to the playoffs. The loser, that's not a guarantee. Taking a shot to the end zone. It's batted and intercepted. Nate Bynum with one hand off the deflection. A poor judgment call from Hussein, and it'll be a pick for the Mean Green. And now we have both thrown a turnover in this one, and the odds are back in our favor. The Butcher uncontested. Johnny the Butcher on 3rd and 5. There's no one playing defense on him, and the Butcher has both touchdowns to reclaim the lead. 14 unanswered for the Mean Green. It's 14-7 at the start of your second quarter. Georgia is going to try and clap back. It's another pick. Rashad Sparks jumps that one, and Hussein is not having a good day. When all things looked like they were going in Georgia's favor, back-to-back bad throws, and now the Mean Green have an opportunity to go up even more as spins on the nice route out of bounds. That'll get us to another 1st down, held to a 3rd and 7 here from the shotgun. Isaiah Irwin 150 yards on the day, and we're just getting going from the shotgun. He's pressured. Might have had a 1st down there, was not able to get it out in time. We will take our 3. This one is up. It is good. A little to the left leaning. Josh Kopp knocks it through. The Mean Green go up 17-7 now. A 10-point advantage here, halfway to halftime. Here's Hussein getting pressured again. Hussein doesn't get rid of it. There's another sack. Nick Catanzaro. This defense has come alive, and we're making Georgia's life a living hell. Coming into this game with only 2 losses on the year. Hussein has plenty of time. That'll be a nice strike. First down picked up. Makes up for all that lost yardage on the sack. Wow. Good composure to stick in there after throwing back-to-back picks, getting sacked, and then somehow threading the needle right there, but we're not letting up the pressure. Sack number 3. Danny Kiernan is there. That's sack number 10 on the season. 3rd and 7 from the shotgun. More pressure. More pressure! Back-to-back sacks for Danny Kiernan, stepping up in this SEC championship. 2-minute warning is here, and you know the aggressive nature head coach Stevie Balls is going to call a shot for Jimmy Lang. Thought he might have cribbed that for a second. It'll be 64 yards off 4 catches. 2nd and 11, a minute 05 left. There's going to be some drags. It's going to be Shakir Caps, the senior, getting involved, the 4-year starter. Juke move, chops his feet. Touchdown, North Texas. 24-7. 50 seconds left, 3rd and 2. Can we get more opportunities for points? Can we get them off the field again? We feel like we have this team figured out. No. That's going to be a first down. Timeout. 1 more remaining for the Georgia Bulldogs. 44 seconds. I got to catch my breath. Wow. We definitely do not want to face a reversal of what happened last week. Catch him. Rashad is not going to catch the tight end. Touchdown Bulldogs. Oh my goodness. Will that take us into halftime, or is there more? Is there more? Stephen Bowl, is there more? 36 seconds, 3 timeouts, direct snap to the Butcher. The speed! Johnny Butcher's got the speed. Is he going to take it? No. Out of bounds. 98 yards in this first half. You're kidding. 1st and 10, all 3 timeouts, 30 seconds. We're passing now. We can at least get a field goal out of this. This is going to go to Espenza. He gets out of bounds. Beautiful, smart play. 231 yards for Isaiah Irwin. What is happening? From the shotgun, 12 seconds, 3rd and 6, 1 timeout. Irwin from the shotgun. They're going to leave Jimmy Lang uncontested. Touchdown, Mean Green, slam dunk, Jimmy Lang. Gonna etch his name with some of the best North Texas receivers of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm losing my breath. As I was saying, Texas went up 27-10. They were dominating. It felt like it was over. We're up 31-14, dominating. It feels like it's over, but we won that game against Texas. Georgia is more than capable of winning this game against us. We have had big leads against them before. I am hyped to be up 31-14 at half. We got to close out the game. We got to finish the job. That's how you start. Sack number 5, Hugh Williams gets in on the action. Katniss Everdeen with the bow and arrow. 3rd and 14. Can the defense make them go 3 and out? Are we about to blow out Georgia in the SEC championship? Hussein, all the time in the world, manages to get it out short. Are we punting or are we going? We are punting. Let's go. Call an ambulance. I hear one outside. 2nd and 10. Play action. Irwin wide open again. They're not guarding. This is Lionel Lyles. He took Jimmy Lang's route. I don't care who it is. Positive yardage. They would hold us to a 3rd and 10, though. Can Irwin make another play here without turning the ball over? Irwin is going to get sacked. No one blocked him off the edge. That's a big play right there from Wooden. And Georgia will get us off the field. We did waste about half the 3rd quarter, though. I'm not complaining. There's going to be Hussein on the run. What a dime. Patrick Mahomes. Who is that? There's going to be 120 yards for the tight end, Beebe. 1st and 10. 5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Hussein, he's got him over the middle. That's going to be Trey Vieira on the tackle. And now Georgia looks to strike quickly, get this back to a 10-point game. We can handle that. From the shotgun, Hussein has got plenty of time. Hussein is going to go down. Sack number 6. This time it's Jaquez Higgins with Danny Kiernan. Little 2-man action. 3rd and 18. 3:40 to go in this 3rd quarter. Just lobbing it up. Just get it deflected. Just throw. What? Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Georgia. That's one of the animations I hate the most. Just swat it away. If you're just going to lob it up like that, no. whatever. Touchdown, Georgia. That's some BS, but we are still with the ball. We're going to respond. Jimmy Lang doesn't care. 31-21 as we approach the end of the third quarter. Definitely trying to waste some clock now. This is going to be Sanu. Time and Lou. Nice play from the RB2. 1st and 10. Would get us to a 2nd and 4 here. Jimmy Lang on the jet touch pass is going to receive it right here. Jimmy Lang has got some blocks. Jimmy Lang's got open field. Jimmy Lang all the way. Touchdown, Mean Green. 38-21 is your score. Jimmy Lang has been a monster this season for his senior year. A farewell, goodbye, the debut, bidwell, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know. I'm flabbergasted. And the blocks, man, the blocks on that jet touch were so good. It's not over. But Georgia is down 17, in need of a miracle with negative 40 rushing yards. We're beating them in passing yards, time of possession, yards per play. Georgia's not playing bad, but we've done our job on defense. Start of the fourth. Can we defend our SEC title? Maybe give ourselves a better playoff push. Sack number 7. That's going to be Hagens again. Wow. 3rd and 8 here. It's going to be Hussein taking a shot deep. Trey Vieira on the coverage. It's dropped. Beautiful. And they're not punting. They know they got to go. They're down 3 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. 4th and 8. This is everything. Hussein got to get a conversion here. They're going to go deep again. This time it's caught. Right in the breadbasket. Trey Vieira did not have enough time to catch his breath. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, they're going to go up the gut. This one is going to be slithered through for a touchdown. And we will be back to a 10-point game here. 38-28. Up the gut, Sanu, time and Lou. 1st down run. We are just trying to waste this clock now, and if we can get a touchdown, even just a field goal, just an extra cushion right here. 6:10 left in the game. Irwin over the middle. Beautiful. Lionel Lyles, beautiful. Gonna get even more yards out of that than you'd expect. 1st down. 5.5 left to go. The Butcher checks in. The Butcher is gonna have beautiful blocks to follow. Taking that for a gain of 10. He's got 108 yards, doing his thing in the backfield. Giving it to the Butcher again. Beautiful blocks. The Butcher tried to juke out of there instead. It'll be a gain of 20. They would get us to a 3rd and 8 with about 3 minutes to go. And the Butcher will pick up another one. Wow. 2nd and 7. Less than 3 minutes to go in the ballgame. They're going to go back to the Butcher. Johnny the Butcher! A little bit of wear and tear. Georgia will use timeout number 2. 1st and goal. Sanu. Time and Lou has an opportunity to put this one away. How did he not walk that in? That is Georgia's last timeout. This will be a 3rd and goal. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Sanu. Time and Lou. Wow. 4th and goal. It's probably smart to punt this, or I guess take a field goal. We're going for it. 4th and goal. Irwin over the middle. Wide open Jimmy Lang! Holy cow. 45-35. Georgia would go score again. That team does not give up. They're relentless, but SEC championship number 2. On a very iffy bounce back year, we stay composed. 10-3 is our record. 2 years in the SEC. 2 SEC championships. And we are for sure going back to the CFP now. We will be a college football playoff team, and that is the first time we have beaten Georgia. And maybe we can start little broing them like we do Texas. Wow. Jimmy Lang, remarkable. Isaiah Irwin did his thing. Shakir Capps has been great all year. All 4 years he's been a starter, and there it is. SEC championship. You got to love Isaiah Irwin in this spot. You got to feel for him. Very happy for him. SEC championship number 2. We head back to the playoffs. Now let me do some quick math here. Hussein did great. 2 picks, 4 touchdowns. Irwin only 1. Had almost 350-something yards. Yeah, Johnny the Butcher did his thing. 150 yards and a touchdown. Remarkable. Jimmy Lang was absurd. 152 yards, 3 touchdowns. Carried the load, but everyone else contributed. Everyone else contributed, man. And when I think about it, we only lost 1 SEC game last year. This year we lost to Ole Miss and Georgia. So we've only lost 3 SEC games being an SEC team for 2 years. It's pretty impressive, if you ask me. And the sacks, wow. I mean, we had 7, I think. 7 or 8 sacks on the day. Defense showed up in a massive way today. Trey Vieira, Player of the week for the SEC. Jimmy Lang, of course, Offensive Player of the Week for the SEC. 10 catches. Insane. Jimmy Lang, National Offensive Player of the Week. Now we're just going to find out who we're playing. That'll be your Heisman out of Ohio State. Hugh Williams wins a defensive award. Much, much improved. Definitely deserved. And Lionel Lyles wins the Jet Award. Okay, for kick returns. That's what I'm talking about, Lyles. A lot of awards to go around for year 7. And it'll be Oklahoma State round 1, and we get the 10 seed. Okay. Former Big 12 team. Never lost to them. Obviously, this is a winner-go-home spot, but we have had much harder first-round matchups in previous years. Those are just some offers that I got, whatever. But here's the thing. We've played Michigan, we've played Miami, we played Penn State in the first round. Oklahoma State, I feel like we can handle. And if we win, we go on to play Oregon. Wow. That's a tough opponent. That's a really tough opponent. I guess Ohio State beat them in the Big Ten Championship. But if we beat Oregon, looking at the teams we play in the Final Four, that's doable. That's winnable. That's teams that we've all beaten before. On the other side of the bracket, though, Georgia, Ohio State, Miami, potentially could be a really interesting national championship. That's what we're aiming towards. So thank you guys for watching. SEC champions twice now. Let's go. I appreciate the support. We are very close to our 300 subscriber goal. If you are new around here and you want to show me a little love, I appreciate it. And other than that, I appreciate the support. You guys have a fantastic day. Go Mean Green.